I've had several people on the field comment that if you're giving directions to the airport, you just tell them to drive north till they see the red and white airplane and turn right, and that's the location of the airport. So it's a very identifiable icon that indicates what's going on out here.
The next time you drive by the Ada Municipal Airport, be sure to check out the latest addition to the city's skyline, an excellent static aircraft display that looks as if it could bank up into the clouds at any moment.
The aircraft that we have for static display is a J-model Bonanza. At least the fuselage started out as being a J-model Bonanza. The Bonanza aircraft is real significant to the two major businesses we have on the field here, that being the GAMI, General Aviation Modifications, and the Tornado LA Turbo. A lot of the work that they do on modifying airplanes is a Bonanza aircraft, and that's where the airplane came from. George Brawley, one of the principals in those two businesses, secured that airplane at an auction, I think even before they started the modification business. And it sat around for a while, and Tim Rail, one of the other principals, had gathered up enough parts to start assembling an airplane, and Tim was aware that there had been a move for several years to mount a display aircraft at the gate, and he offered that airplane to the EAA chapter for mounting. And the EAA chapter, Experimental Aircraft Association, Chapter 1005, which has been in existence here for 25 years or so, took on the project to get it ready for the paint shop and get the mounting process done.
The project involved a significant effort from the collective airport community, which was more than happy to do whatever it took to get the display up.
There was a lot of volunteer work that went in. The GAMI and Tornado LA Turbo had a couple of craftsmen that worked on it for quite a while before they turned it over to the EAA chapter. And we probably had 15 different people in and out of the work parties. We had regular work parties on Thursday evenings to work on it and get it ready for the paint shop. And some of the employees from Tornado LA Turbo came down and worked on it on their own time. They got so interested in it. Paint shop donated the labor for the paint. The Sherwin-Williams company donated the paint, but we got basically an $8,000 paint job on the airplane that it's super quality. I tell everybody it looks like a $150,000 airplane that's mounted on a pole. We've calculated that there was about 500 man-hours that went into assembling the airplane and getting it ready for paint, and then plus the painting operation and then getting it mounted on the pole. And there was a lot of people involved in it. It wasn't just one or two people that put it together. It was a team effort, and a lot of the effort came from the Tornado LA Turbo people and the Experimental Aircraft Association.
Because the project involved so many people, the aircraft actually earned a term of endearment among those who worked on it.
I think the nickname started from Tim Rail. Tim had kind of coined the phrase "Bonanza on a stick," which was kind of catchy, and when we located the steel poles, and it's mounted on some surplus light poles that the city donated to us, it just seemed natural to go ahead and add that other S in there for B.O.S.S, so Bonanza on a steel stick, and B.O.S.S in short.
The aircraft on display weighs approximately 800 pounds and consists of just the sheet metal exoskeleton. To keep the weight manageable, the engine, cockpit, and landing gear were left out. It's an impressive display that has already generated a lot of interest in the community.
For one thing, it's just a beautiful airplane, and another thing, a lot of people can't imagine having that airplane sitting on a steel pole there as a display. But when we were mounting the airplane, had a winch truck out and set it up on the pole, we had several people coming down Broadway that just stopped and watched, because it's kind of a unique situation there, and it's kind of an exciting time to get it mounted there.
Future plans for the static aircraft display include adding lights so it can be seen at night and some attractive landscaping. The display is just the latest example of an active airport that is continually evolving, and keeping its place as one of the state's best.
We're very, very fortunate to have the airport, and not very many people in town, at least that's my impression. A lot of people don't really realize what an asset that is to the community. But the chairman of the Oklahoma Aeronautics Commission always says that industry doesn't come to town in a Greyhound bus. When you're talking about industrial development, those people are going to come in a private jet airplane and jet in here, and this is the first impression that they have of the community. And I think if we have a very pleasant front door here, that speaks well for the community, and I think very much the airport plays into the economic development of the community.